I mean, you've been consistently able to make timeless records. We still listen to a lot of your records.
That's what's up.
Right to this day. So what are some of the keys to making timeless records? And they didn't think that there would be timeless hip hop. Timeless R&B seemed obvious, but timeless hip hop, they didn't think that was possible. You're one of the people who made those sort of records. So what's the key to timeless hip hop?
Your mind always has to run on music. You know, I think about music every single day since I was a little kid. And I and the way I direct, you know, my music is from the soul, you know, from the heart. Everything's done with passion, you know what I'm saying? And you can kind of hear it, you know, when you're listening to my beats, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I love this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like overly and top, you know, and beyond, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy for me what music does for me.
When you talk about thinking about music all the time, what do you mean? Like if we could hear your head, like what's going through your head in terms of constantly thinking about music?
Scratching, cutting, you know, DJing, just songs, you know, even slow jams, you know what I'm saying? Jazz joints, you know, Brazilian music is one of my favorite musics today. And then you got Afrobeat, you know, the African tribal, which is coming, you know, it's always been there. It's always been dope, you know, with Phelan and stuff like that, being at the top of the Afrobeat. Like, for me, he's king.
So you're just having pieces of music run through your head all the time and evaluating them and...
Well, it's weird how it happens for me. Sometimes, you know, like, I hear music in my head, then I'll just kind of get a kickstart by going on YouTube and looking up old videos and stuff and be like, then it's like getting, you know, on track, you know what I'm saying? Like when you know, it's like, you know, when you listen to that stuff, that kind of stuff could put you in a mood to.
Do you hear music in the real world?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you bump into something and it rubs the right way and you're like,
oh, you mean like pots, pans, forks, knives?
KRS told
sounds.
me once that the you know the wake up bumps when you're going through to on the highway. He's like, I want to make a record of boom, boom, boom. I want to sample that.
Yep, riding down the West Side Highway all the way in the left lane. Doing about 85, you know, it's in rhythm.
Yes.
That's weird. You know, we weird with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody else thinks like that, but, and then, yeah, you hear, you know, sounds when you're amok somewhere in the world. You know, you may hear something drop or you may bump into something and be like, oh, that's a cool sound. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, one of your greatest records is the Shut 'Em Down remix.
Really?
I think so.
Thank you, bro.
You don't think so?
Nah, I do. I don't know why I said that. I think I was insecure about me rapping on this shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I was like, but I did a version with me and without me, and they used the one with me.
I mean, the beat was so big.
Yeah.
They don't even think back to like...
Made it quick, too.
How long did it take?
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, and I was rushing to get to the studio on time. And that's a great story.
Yeah, take me back to making that record.
It's a great story. You know, I had studio at like, let's say 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, I like to crap around at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? And then, like maybe a half an hour before, 30 minutes before I was supposed to be there, I was home making the beat. But I came up with it really, really quick because, sometimes when I'm walking the basement, I have records there that I know about that I'm like, I didn't mess with this. I didn't try this. So I'm like, all right, let me try these. You know what I'm saying? Let me try this with this and see what that is. Then I came up with a bass line and drums. Then I, just kind of, once I came with the foundation of the bass and the drums, everything else kind of happens easy. You know what I'm saying? And I had some just good records around. And I was just taking stuff and listening and like boom, 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 boom. It all happened in less than 10 minutes, man. I lied to y'all not, man.
And then what happens after the beat is done? Then what happens?
Then the beat is done. I'm saving it on everything on disc, and I'm running down to Green Street, man. I'm rushing, flying on the highway.
Because Public Enemy puts out a call. We need a remix.
Yeah.
Any producer who wants to get down, send us a track.
Def Jam, major label. Be on time. Don't be late.
Def Jam, don't be late.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a big deal. When you was late, people looking at you funny.
At Def Jam.
Yeah. Period.
Come on,
But
man.
it's a big thing in hip hop. None of us are on time.
Right.
But you want to show, discipline.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that record changed your business, didn't it?
Yeah. That was the one that got my name solidified, stamped, like with the thing, with the big, the ink. That's
Solidified as what? A-list producer?
Yeah. Then you had people before that remix came out asking, like, who's this kid Pete Rock, man? Who's this guy? He's doing Night Train remix. I did a couple other remixes, Johnny Gill, some R&B joints, you know what I'm saying? And then kind of branched off on my own and started doing stuff.
Did the success of Shut 'Em Down give you more confidence, or were you like, I couldn't have had more confidence?
And gassed me up crazy. What? And how it affected other people, how the look I would see on their face when they're talking about it. And then even with Busta Rhymes, to the point where, because they all from, Chuck D's from Staten Island area. And, Busta has big respect for like Hank Shockley and Keith and
Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he used to express to me like how much he loved that remix. And he went and did it on the Genesis album. So I pulled out, the old SP1200 disc with the beat still on it, and we went in the studio and knocked it down. He killed it. I did a little different things to the beat in the intro.
I mean, experimentation is really important for you, right? Like seeing what fits with what, right? So is it a lot of time in the lab just trying different things?
You know what I want to say about versus today? Like today, everyone wants email me beats, email me. I get a better sense of working with an artist when I'm in his face. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see his reaction. I can read his body language. When I play a beat, I can tell if he likes it or not. You know what I'm saying? And then just keep it moving. So that's the plus that I don't get, as much as I used to in the 90s. That doesn't happen as much today.
In the 90s, you would be most likely in the same room.
Yeah, same room.
And since when, the double O's, it's more likely you're not going to be in the same room.
Yeah, new millennium.
And that lack of intimacy definitely has an impact on the records.
Yeah, internet. Just remember, we didn't have Instagram. We didn't have none of that stuff. We didn't have social media. You know what I mean? In the 90s. Later, but not, when we were working.
Do you tell people, no, I'm not emailing you, come to the basement?
No, you had to.
No, but now.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes out of convenience, if I'm not, in a position to and I got beats, and I'm like, all right, listen to this one. I'll send it.
Are you better as a producer now than you were 10 years ago?
I think so.
What can you do now that you couldn't do 10, 15 years ago?
Well, what I wasn't aware of, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I probably, if I was aware of it, I would have been doing it, but there was things that I'm more aware of that makes me a better
Like what?
producer. Just, okay, genres of music, not just sampling American soul. There's music and crazy, ill stuff in every genre of music almost.
What are you getting into that you weren't into before?
Everything else. Brazilian, deeper into Afrobeat. You just delve deeper into some of those genres. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you find stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dope stuff.
Do you have like prescribed listening times? Like
Sundays.
Sundays.
Yep.
just sit around and listen
Yep,
for
all
what's
day.
next.
Albums, all kind of stuff.
Are you listening to like whole tracks? Or you're just like,
Yeah, the
okay, that's
whole
enough.
album. Whole album. If I got to clean up, cook, do the normal house routine stuff, I'm throwing records on the turntable.
New records for you.
It's old. It's
Wh- are-
old,
i-
old stuff.
Is there a period when you're like, okay, let's look for new stuff, let's dig,
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like, you mean today's artists, or you mean
whatever.
just anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I listen to everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, discriminate against anything. I listen to even the stuff that people not liking. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it seems like your era was about creating beats where the audience couldn't tell where it came from. And then after you, it got more and more obvious, right? People would be sampling like one thing was obvious and not even digging, but looking for what's super popular to break back. And I'm sure as someone who was digging and trying to hide stuff, you're like, come on, man. Like, you can't just pull that old Jackson 5 record and make a hit. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, I just like obscurity. You know what I'm saying? The in your face records, that's cool too. And you could use those to display your talent, just to show people, like, yo, look what I could do to this song. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like this, but I make it sound like this. You know what I'm saying? You could do that and play around like that with the. But I like obscurity. I like things. I like finding stuff people never heard before.